Hi everybody, Brittany here. I just wrapped up my 13th book for this year. It is romantic comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I'm not sure exactly the pronunciation of the last name. I'm really bad with that. This is my first time reading this author. I really enjoyed it. Basically, the premise of the book is this show called TNO, which think of it kind of as SNL. It's a live skit show with celebrity host every year. I feel like there was probably legal issues where the author could not use SNL specifically, but basically that's what it is. It's this thing called The Night Owls, TNO, and the main character is a writer for the show. She's very funny, she's very smart, but she definitely has issues with self-esteem and feeling as if she's not measuring up and she's just not that hot and she's not that interesting, but she's funny, and kind of being in the specific role that she's in where she has to be around all of these celebrities kind of brings out some of those insecurities, probably more often than somebody else who is kind of in the same pool as her. Anyway, so she works for that show. A host comes on. His name is Noah Brewster. He's kind of a rock star. He's the host and the musical guest. They flirt a little bit, but she's under the impression that, oh no, he doesn't really actually like me. There's no way. It's all in my head, etc., etc. The book itself was kind of a palate cleanser for me. I needed something sort of light and fluffy and not too serious after reading Ninth House, and this was exactly what I needed it to be. Is it groundbreaking? Is it going to change your life? No, but it's a good read. And if you want something just kind of quick and easy, it was good to go. It's exactly 300 pages. I really liked it because the way it's written is very funny and entertaining. It's a few times made me kind of giggle. You could tell that this person has a great sense of humor and is a comedy writer. The main character, that is what I mean. The main character, you could tell that she has a good sense of humor because a lot of the things she says and thinks are pretty entertaining. It just kind of made it feel a little bit more realistic. The main setting and the characters were also pretty good. So I watch a lot of SNL. I do actually really like it. So I really enjoyed having that setting. I kind of felt like I was seeing and hearing behind the scenes stuff that I would not have known otherwise, so I did enjoy that. I also liked that it didn't follow the typical trajectory that you would have thought. So obviously going into a book like this, you're like, oh, you know, they're gonna flirt, something's gonna happen where, you know, it blows up and then something else is going to happen that brings them back together and that'll be the end of the book. So about a third of the way in, all of that had happened where they met, started flirting, something happened to make it all blow up. And then I was flipping through the book and I was like, wow, we've already done everything, but I'm only a third in, so clearly something else is going to have to happen. And that's where kind of the twist took place. It's a COVID book. I had no idea that this was a COVID-centric storyline, which I had mentioned before with Tom Lake. I'm really interested in how that as like a literary device is going to become more common because it's a really useful tool to cause these like big plot twist. So basically the normal storyline that I thought was going to take place happened within the first third of the book, and then you had this COVID twist that helped you kind of extend it and turn the storyline and make things change in a really interesting way. So I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really unique, and I'm really excited to see that become more common as authors decide to kind of dip into the COVID and the pandemic kind of world and plot device. So that was really interesting. I thought it was good. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 books on 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Again, it's not going to change your life. It's not like a hard-hitting book that you're going to be thinking about for years to come, but it was really entertaining. If you need a quick, funny, lighthearted read, this is 100% for you. Okay, so the next book I'm reading, number 14, is All the Dangerous Things. This is from Stacey Willingham. I'm not sure I've read anything else from this author. It definitely looks a little bit darker. I think I'm maybe 25 pages into it already, and it has to deal with like true crime and her son being kidnapped and she can't sleep, and et cetera, et cetera. So definitely back on the dark side again. So after this, I'll need something else kind of light and easy. So if you have read all the dangerous things and you have any thoughts and feelings about what I'm about to get into, please let me know. Or if you've read romantic comedy and you enjoyed it, please let me know what you did and didn't like. Again, I liked it overall, 4 out of 5 stars. The only thing I thought was annoying was it gets to a point where the author is still dealing with her insecurities and her frustration with herself. And it was at the point where it was like not maybe believable, or it was just frustrating and you kind of lose your sympathy towards her and her dealing with her issues. You're like, just get over it. Like, you're fine. You're good. But anyway, it was good. Okay, if you've read any of these 2 titles, please let me know and I'll see you guys next Monday.